Police Chief Bergamine recently presented a community wellness plan to the City Council with recommendations and steps to take to reduce crime in our city. We met with the Chief to get more information about the plan and what each of us can do to be part of the solution.
The community wellness plan is a comprehensive plan that we put together for the City Council and the citizens this past year. And it combines our philosophy based on our four guiding principles in policing: intelligence-led policing, community partnerships, collaboration, crime prevention, and operational efficiency. Intelligence-led policing is simply getting data, being able to use data up to the date, up to the minute data in an effort to work on problem-solving projects within areas that are having problems and develop strategies to work on various concerns. One of the things that we've worked on throughout the years in the department is our crime mapping. And that's really what that amounts to, is plotting crime, plotting accidents, where we make arrests, where we conduct field interviews, where we have our problem areas. And as a result of this information, we move our resources to these particular areas to alleviate that problem. One of the things we started doing within the past few months is forecasting crime. And based on past information, forecast when and where this type of activity is likely to occur. And really when we're talking about intelligence-led policing, we're talking about technology. One of the systems, we were very fortunate this past year to get a large community-oriented policing grant, over $700,000. And with that, we're buying scouting systems, which are alarms that, based on our forecasting, we could provide to people that will, these alarms will go directly to communications. License plate readers. We've been successful in recovering some stolen automobiles already. GPS tracking. Because of the limited amount of jail space, GPS tracking is an alternative means of being able to watch what people do. Towing recovery program, where the wreckers that do business with the city on a rotation wrecker enter vehicles in the computer after they pick them up from a wreck or whatever. We'll take a report of a stolen vehicle and the vehicle is actually repossessed. One of the things that we really work on is what we call broken windows theory. Broken windows theory is as simple as this: if you got a building and you've got a broken window, if you don't fix it, you're going to have another window break, and that spreads almost like a cancer. Then you're in a particular area where there's no ownership from within the community. It's, for the most part, socially disorganized. The folks living there don't even really want to be there. They want to move out. There's no community pride. And that's a big part of where we need help in today's policing. Citizens have to be involved, but they have to be involved from the point where it's not only call the police and now it's the police problem, it's also the community and the police working together on getting some problem solved. And if a particular crime problem is solved, then the community works on their issues from within. And I've said it many, many times, we can't arrest our way out of crime. Not today. The reality is 190-bed expansion in a detention facility is going to cost roughly $11 million, and $1 million thereafter to operate it. So we got to look at maybe some alternative ways to develop some strategies to deal with re-entries into society, providing resources, training, and education. And we felt one way to do that was to form a community crime council. I think one of the most important things when it comes to crime prevention is that community education aspect. Operational efficiency is the last area of our guidelines. We made our organizational change in '08 to a concept of true district policing, where each district is commanded by an assistant chief, 2 captains, but in lieu of having just patrol being responsible for the district, we've got patrol and detectives. We've got 26 working zones in the city of Fayetteville. We grouped 3 or 4 of our zones into what we call one sector. And we've created 8 sectors within the police department. And what our goal is there is to have the same officers work within the same sector. Enhance that communication, get to know everything and what's going on, and be able to take a good look at problem-solving projects or implement problem-solving projects within that particular area. One of the things that we've been very, very excited about is what we call our B Street project. So it was forming a partnership not only with police in the community, but the fire department, inspection, sanitation, housing, human relations, transit, and parks and recs for that matter. We formed a team to look at what each department could do within that specific area. When we hit houses, especially what we call crack houses, some of these places are broken windows areas, and one of the ways to cut down on paperwork and enhance what we're doing is they come up with a one-stop search warrant. When we do a briefing to go execute a search warrant, let's say at a crack house, we've got animal control from the county on hand, usually someone from social services that's able to respond in minutes, and city inspections team to go out with us. Because when we execute the search warrant, that property is ours until we release it. And if there's violations in there, we've got the folks right there. Some of these items that we talked about and these initiatives that we talked about are just some of the highlights of this wellness plan. You can find the wellness plan in its entirety. We have it on our website, and it's about that whole community engagement and make Fayetteville a better place than what it already is.